Let's talk gaming regret. The why did I wait so long to play this kind? These are 15 single-player PS5 games people keep sleeping on, and every one of them is better than you expect. Let's fix that.
This is one of those games where skipping it feels like a genuine mistake. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth takes what started as a remake and completely breaks free. Once Midgar is behind you, the scale explodes. Massive open zones, real exploration, and side content that actually matters. It makes the earlier entry feel like a prologue. The story turns unpredictable fast. Timelines shift, expectations break, and nothing feels guaranteed anymore. Even longtime fans don't know where this is heading. Combat is a perfect evolution. Real-time action blended with tactical ATB depth and strong character synergies. Every party member feels essential. The content density is wild. A 40-plus hour story, plus Queen's Blood, chocobo racing, and character-driven side activities that never feel like filler. Visually and musically, this is peak modern JRPG design. If you love single-player RPGs and skipped this, this is the regret. And next, epic fantasy gives way to psychological darkness.
This is one of those games that lingers long after you stop playing. Alan Wake 2 is Remedy taking 13 years to fully realize their vision. Two protagonists, two realities, one fractured narrative. Saga Anderson investigates ritual murders in Bright Falls. Alan Wake is trapped in the dark place, shaping reality through his writing. Their stories don't just connect, they influence each other. This is survival horror done right. Limited resources, oppressive atmosphere, and light as your lifeline. Saga's Mind Place adds a sharp detective thriller layer to the horror. The production quality is unreal. Live-action scenes, bold musical moments, and reality-bending presentation throughout. Somehow, it all works. The storytelling demands focus. Metafiction, shifting realities, and deep connections to control reward attention. Even the DLC matters. Night Springs and the Lake House meaningfully expand the story. If you care about atmosphere and narrative ambition, skipping this is genuine regret. And next, from psychological horror to quiet, contemplative connection.
This sequel leans fully into what made the original so divisive. Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, refines Kojima's vision instead of softening it. Sam Porter Bridges travels beyond America this time. Mexico and Australia are shaped by disasters, shifting terrain, sandstorms, and timefall that still ages everything. Nature is the real threat. The biggest change is connection. NPC porters now share the world with you, creating moments of cooperation. Isolation remains, but the contrast makes danger hit harder. The DHV Magellan serves as your mobile base, a space for crew interaction and quiet reflection between journeys. Gameplay refinements improve traversal, combat, and delivery flow. The Seam adds surreal, dreamlike exploration. This is slow, meditative gaming by design. If that philosophy clicks, it's unforgettable. And next, from fragile connection to absolute terror.
This is a remake nobody expected to work. Silent Hill 2 Remake proves Bloober Team pulled it off. This is a full reimagining, not a remaster. Built in Unreal Engine 5 while preserving the soul of the original. The atmosphere is crushing. Fog-filled streets, decaying interiors, and constant unease. James Sunderland searching for his dead wife still feels deeply unsettling. The horror is psychological, not cheap. Guilt, grief, and punishment drive everything. Pyramid Head remains a symbol, not just a monster. Combat is intentionally uncomfortable. Limited resources and clunky movement keep tension high. Strong performances ground the nightmare emotionally. Multiple endings reward repeat playthroughs. If you value psychological horror, skipping this is a mistake. And next, from dread to stylish action.
This game got buried under pointless discourse instead of being judged on its quality. Stellar Blade is a genuinely strong action title that deserved better. You play as Eve, an android sent to reclaim Earth from alien invaders. Combat blends near-style fluidity with Sekiro-inspired parry precision. When it clicks, it feels incredible. Parries are tight and unforgiving. Perfect timing triggers powerful counters, and boss fights demand focus. You can't button mash. Mistakes are punished hard. The world design is striking. Ruined cities, deserts, and underground facilities all look fantastic. Performance stays smooth even during intense fights. The story takes real swings. Themes of extinction, identity, and humanity land better than expected. Side content adds substance. Character quests, lore collectibles, and build customization give real depth. If you enjoy stylish, challenging action games, skipping this is regret waiting to happen. And next, from sci-fi combat to deep fantasy systems.
This is the sequel fans waited over a decade for. Dragon's Dogma 2 is ambitious, rough around the edges, and incredibly memorable. The pawn system returns as the heart of the experience. You build your character and a main pawn, then recruit others made by real players. They learn enemy behavior, share knowledge, and adapt as you play. Combat is vocation-driven action. Warriors, mages, archers, mystic spearhand, and trickster all play radically differently. Switching vocations keeps fights fresh and experimental. The world is large and dangerous. Nightfall brings stronger enemies and real tension, forcing smart planning. It has flaws. Performance dips and odd design choices exist, but the systems shine through. Dragon's Dogma 2 launched March 2024 for PS5. If you love emergent action RPGs, skipping this will be regret.
This one slipped past a lot of people, and it shouldn't have. Rise of the Ronin is Team Ninja stepping outside Neo's shadow. Rise of the Ronin is set in 1860s Japan during the collapse of the samurai era. Western influence, internal conflict, and political chaos shape the world you move through as a masterless Ronin. Combat is classic Team Ninja, but more approachable. Katanas, spears, firearms, grappling hooks, and stance-based combat that rewards timing without overwhelming complexity. Choice actually matters here. Faction alignments change story outcomes, relationships evolve, and history can unfold differently based on your decisions. The bond system adds weight. Allies remember how you treat them, unlocking abilities or closing doors permanently. Rise of the Ronin launched March 2024 for PS5. If you skip this, it's one of those games you'll regret overlooking. From fractured history to uncertain futures.
This one is wrapped in mystery on purpose. Ghost of Yōtei is Sucker Punch starting a new legend, not a direct sequel. It's set in 1603 Japan, in Hokkaido. New protagonist, new region, and a completely different era from Jin Sakai's story. We know very little, and that's the hook. Snow-covered landscapes, a lone swordswoman, and Sucker Punch's signature cinematic presentation. The themes are still unknown, and that unpredictability is exciting. What is clear is the time invested. 5 years of development after Ghost of Tsushima suggests real evolution, not a simple follow-up. The setting alone changes everything. Harsh winters, wilderness, and isolation could push survival and atmosphere further than before. And if Tsushima's combat was already near perfect, refinement is all it needs. Ghost of Yōtei launches in 2025 for PS5. This one you experience fresh, not after spoilers. From quiet mystery to brutal mastery. This is still the PS5's true showcase. Demon's Souls Remake proved next-gen was real. This is where the Souls genre began. Bluepoint rebuilt the 2009 classic without touching its core.
The visual upgrade is insane. Fog, lighting, and environmental detail turn pure dread into art. Gameplay stays brutally faithful. Same enemy placements, same difficulty, same deliberate combat. Veterans thrive, newcomers suffer. Every archstone feels unforgettable. Boletaria's siege, Latria's prison, and Defilement's poison swamps all hit differently. DualSense feedback deepens the tension. Every swing, block, and footstep matters. Demon's Souls Remake launched November 2020 for PS5. Skipping this means skipping the genre's foundation, from brutal origins to emotional storytelling.
This is an emotional gut punch too many people skipped. A Plague Tale Requiem is quiet, brutal, and unforgettable. Amicia and Hugo's journey continues during the Black Death. Hugo's condition worsens, and you feel the tragedy coming long before it arrives. The rat swarms are horrifying. Thousands flood the screen at once, forcing you to rely on light to survive. But the real power is the sibling bond. Protecting Hugo while slowly losing him is emotionally exhausting in the best way. Stealth, puzzles, and tense combat stay focused and meaningful. Nothing feels like filler. The visuals and soundtrack elevate every moment. A Plague Tale Requiem launched October 22, 2022 on PS5. If you care about story-driven games, skipping this is a mistake. From heartbreak to pure chaos.
This is one of the most intense experiences on PS5. Senua's Saga Hellblade II isn't just played, it's endured. Set in 10th century Iceland, Senua faces Norse mythology and her own psychosis. The voices never stop, whispering doubt, fear, and guidance all at once. The binaural audio is unreal. Headphones are mandatory. The sound design is the horror. Combat is slow, brutal, and personal. No HUD, no spectacle, just focus, timing, and pressure. Visually, it's photoreal. Unreal Engine 5 delivers some of the most convincing faces and environments in gaming. This is about trauma, not power. Every moment serves the story. Hellblade II launched May 2024 on PS5. If you value artistic ambition, skipping this is a mistake. From inner demons to pure spectacle.
This is the Final Fantasy that took real risks. Final Fantasy XVI split fans, but skipping it because of discourse was a mistake. This is dark fantasy through and through. Political intrigue, war, slavery, and nations fighting as their world slowly dies. You play as Clive Rossfield, stripped of his future, branded as a slave, and driven by revenge and truth. The icon battles are pure spectacle, kaiju-scale summon fights that feel closer to blockbuster cinema than traditional RPG combat. Combat goes full action, real-time, skill-based, and flashy, mixing icon powers mid-combo once it clicks. Even side quests matter. Many deepen characters in the world instead of wasting your time. Final Fantasy XVI launched June 2023 on PS5. If you're open to change, this is one you'll regret skipping. From epic fantasy to open world wonder. Guerrilla Games refined Horizon instead of reinventing it, and the result is something special. Aloy heads west into dangerous new lands. Jungles, deserts, underwater ruins, and machines smarter than ever. Combat is tactical and rewarding. Every fight demands planning, not button mashing. Builds actually matter this time. Skill trees let you specialize instead of doing everything. Underwater exploration adds real depth. It's meaningful, not gimmicky. Visually, this is a PS5 showcase. Horizon Forbidden West launched February 2022 on PS5. Skipping this after Zero Dawn makes no sense. From wild lands to crumbling cities. Cyberpunk 2077 finally became the game it promised to be. If launch disaster made you skip it, this is your sign. On PS5, Night City shines.
Smooth performance, fast loading, and visuals that actually match the ambition. You play as V, a mercenary slowly dying with Johnny Silverhand in your head. Personal stakes drive a story full of choice, consequence, and paranoia. The RPG systems are deep. Stealth, hacking, or guns blazing, builds completely change how you play. Phantom Liberty seals the redemption, a full expansion with a new district, tighter writing, and reworked systems. This is no longer a what-if game. It's complete, polished, and worth your time. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition is available now on PS5. Skipping this now is pure regret. From neon futures to fantasy worlds.
Awards didn't just fall into this game's lap. Baldur's Gate 3 earned every single one. You're infected with a mind flayer parasite. Find a cure or become the monster, and every choice on that path matters. The freedom is ridiculous. Talk your way out, sneak through, fight dirty, or break the game creatively. It all works. Character creation is insanely deep. Classes, races, builds, and decisions shape how the world treats you. The writing is elite. Companions feel human, flawed, and unforgettable. Scope is massive. One playthrough is 75+ hours, and no two runs look the same. This is value at its peak. Baldur's Gate 3 launched August 2023 on PS5. If you love RPGs and skipped this, that's pure regret.
That's it. 18 single-player PS5 games you'll regret skipping. Different genres, different styles, all unforgettable. Which one's going straight into your backlog? See you in the next one.